This just in. South Carolina Governor Henry McMaster is calling lawmakers back for a special session. He issued his executive order about 20 minutes ago. The regular legislative session came to an end at 5 o'clock tonight.
McMaster's executive order calling on lawmakers to redraw the state's congressional districts and to finish reaching an agreement on the state budget. That special session begins tomorrow morning.
You may remember an attempt by the state legislature to convene a special session failed in the Senate earlier this week. One of the 5 Republican senators to vote against it was Tom Davis of Beaufort. Davis talked with WSAV's Andrew Davis exclusively about why he feels redistricting could be bad for his party and the entire state.
We are now being asked to redraw congressional districts without any input whatsoever from the people. I mean, these districts are meant to serve the people. The districts aren't meant to serve politicians, they're meant to serve the people. And so we're rushing through to pass maps with zero public input, with zero public hearings from around the state, with zero, consideration for what people feel like are fair and representative districts. And so I don't know what's going to happen on the floor of the Senate. I'm going to make the arguments that I think are the right arguments. And at the end of the day, we'll take a vote and we'll see what happens.
Today, members of Georgia's Black Legislative Caucus are gathering outside the state capitol to protest next month's special session, which will also focus on redistricting. Lawmakers and voting rights advocates say they are concerned new district maps could weaken Black voting power across Georgia. Speakers urging Georgians to stay engaged and called on businesses to speak out against any changes they believe would limit voting rights. Some also warning the controversy could hurt Georgia's reputation ahead of major events like the FIFA World Cup.
Being called on June 17th to redraw the maps, not only at the United States federal level, but these will also be state level maps. So we're talking like my seat, Senate, House. This impacts our commissioners. This impacts every elected office here in the state of Georgia. So I need people to really understand this isn't just Congress, folks. This is all of the representation, all the elected representation that we have here in the state of Georgia, and that is the map that we will be redrawing.
Georgia lawmakers will return to the Capitol June 17th for a special session on redistricting. The new maps would take effect in 2028.
Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger in Savannah today to thank poll workers for their service. Tomorrow is the last day to vote early in the Georgia primaries. Raffensperger is encouraging people to get out and vote.
A lot of times people are showing up in the fall and they're saying, well, how did we get these 2 folks? Well, did you vote in the primary? Oh, no, I didn't. So if you look at so many of the races, there's at least 2 people typically from every party that are running either the Republican primary or the Democratic primary.
Election Day is Tuesday, May 19th, and you can find information on candidates, polling locations, and much more by heading to our website, wsav.com/electionhq. An officer with the Glennville Police Department has been placed on paid leave and an internal investigation is underway.
Now, this comes just 1 week after the lieutenant got into a fight with a citizen following the conclusion of a city council meeting. WSAV's Sarah Smith now with more on this story.
Lieutenant Glenn Boyd is the officer who was placed on leave. On May 5th, he got into a verbal altercation with Justin Infinger after a council meeting, but it turned physical when Boyd tried to remove Infinger from the council chambers.
Go ahead, get out now. Glenn.
The altercation between Justin Infinger and Glennville Police Department Lieutenant Glenn Boyd started after the May 5th council meeting. Infinger was at the podium having a heated discussion with Mayor Bernie Weaver about the city and police department's alleged lack of transparency and communication.
It took me 45 days to get 1 police report when it usually takes 3 business days to get a police report. And then it was just a sarcastic, snarky report. And I'm like, this is unprofessional.
According to the incident report, Infinger approached the front desk area and began yelling in a, quote, irate manner. The report then says Infinger then turned to Boyd, looked him up and down, quote, in a provoking manner, and asked the officer to take a step back.
Can you step back?
No. You told yell at me.
I did yell at you and I called you. All right, now leave.
Go ahead, get out now.
Glenn.
After Infinger called the officer a derogatory name, the footage from the city's camera shows Boyd shoving him. The citizen walked away with no major injuries and a ripped t-shirt. City staff tried to de-escalate the situation.
I had no idea. My humblest apologies to you, sir.
Infinger says he doesn't agree with Boyd being placed on paid leave.
I wish I worked for a company that I could do something so asinine and then get a paid vacation. So however that became a law that they could be suspended with pay, that's ridiculous.
We did reach out to Lieutenant Boyd for comment on this incident, but we have not heard back. Now, Infinger also shared concerns regarding the police department's post-training. I'm told by the city clerk the department is up to date on all training except de-escalation. She tells me that class has been scheduled. Sarah Smith, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Sarah, thank you. A Chatham County grand jury has indicted a man accused of causing a deadly crash that killed a Savannah teacher. Prosecutors say in February, federal agents were attempting to pull over Oscar Vasquez Lopez when he got into a wreck along the Truman Parkway. Dr. Linda Davis, a teacher at HES K-8, was killed. Authorities say Vasquez Lopez is in the country illegally. He is now charged with homicide by vehicle.
Meanwhile, a grand jury has also indicted a man for murder and gang activity over a deadly shooting in 2024. Prosecutors say Elijah Roundtree was aiming at someone else when he shot and killed 23-year-old Sincere Ward near the intersection of 56 and Crane Streets. The indictment says Roundtree is associated with a 2BG, that is a criminal street gang, and the shooting was connected to the gang. Well, it is a program that officials say will help ease Georgia's doctor shortage by providing a place for residents to practice in the coastal empire. WSAV's Tyler Nicole with the details.
Medical College of Georgia and St. Joseph's Candler Hospital are partnering together to create a first-of-its-kind program here in Savannah. The program is aimed at training and keeping medical doctors here in our community. The residency program will last for 3 years. Dr. Gray says studies show that medical students who practice where they study tend to stay longer, which will help improve Georgia's rank of 41st in the nation when it comes to primary care physician workforce.
When a medical student completes their education and then does residency in the same city, they have about a 70% likelihood of staying in that city. And so we're really excited that we can not only train our students here to know our health needs, but keep them here and practice long term.
Dr. Gray says this collaboration will not only help bring more doctors into the state, but it will also improve patients' overall quality of care.
We know that having graduate medical education in a health system increases the quality of care. Just having a resident or a medical student on your team makes you less likely to have medical errors when you enter the hospital. So it sometimes can be daunting to have a medical student on the team, but that medical student or that resident is providing excellent care and helping to make sure that you have really great health outcomes.
The program will start accepting applications in the summer, and then the interview process will start in the fall. Residents will find out on St. Patrick's Day where they will be practicing, and St. Joseph's Candler residency program will welcome their first 20 residents in the summer of 2027. Reporting in Savannah, Tyler Nicole, WSAV News 3, on your side.
A developing story now from Beaufort County. The chief financial officer of the county is out of a job. A Beaufort native, Pinky Harriet, was appointed to the job in November of 2024. WSAV has asked for clarification about the job status, if she was fired and why. All the county would say is that she is out of a job as of May 12th.
There are only 2,000 tickets left to go in this year's St. Jude Dream Home giveaway.
We are in the home stretch, and that means time is running out on your shot as our next big bonus prize expires tomorrow. So local law firm Wilson PC Injury Attorneys is sponsoring that prize, a $5,000 Visa gift card. Use it for whatever you want. You just need to get your $100 ticket for the Dream Home before midnight on Friday. That's tomorrow. So if you already have a Dream Home ticket, you are also already eligible for this prize. We caught up with Jared Wilson, CEO of the Wilson PC Injury Attorneys, about why they wanted to get involved.
St. Jude is, I don't think there's a better cause. I don't think there's a better cause. It's for the children. I don't think there's a better cause. And so to have the opportunity to take part in it, that meant a lot.
Now here's a quick look inside the grand prize. The home, the furniture is been provided by J. Patrick's and Pooler. It doesn't come with the home, but it can help you visualize how you might use the space. The home is open for tours on the weekend, so go see it Saturdays or Sundays from 12 to 5. You can find more information on our website and more information about those tours, the location, all of that. Landmark 24 Homes built this house at zero cost to St. Jude in the Oakwood at New Hampstead development. If you don't have a ticket, just scan the QR code or call the number right now or visit WSAV.com/dreamhome.
Now, Time Saver Traffic, sponsored by Arrowhead Clinic. The accident doctors, where it pays to get well.
We've had some minor issues here and there on the afternoon commute heading out of the city, but nothing weather-wise to slow us down, and the drive times are really starting to improve. Still taking just over an hour to get from downtown Savannah to Hilton Head at the moment. Weather-wise, our Friday will be starting off on the cooler side, staying mild for the afternoon, but it gets hotter in time for the weekend. Of all the details coming up.